Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. I'm a full-time reseller, and if you were in my Tuesday night live, you know the gist of this conversation. If you weren't, I will tell you I lied to you. I said I was never going to sell on Mercari again, and I'm going to eat those words publicly. I'm not too big to admit that I've changed my mind. So what I said, I am going back on. And I'm also going to tell you about being permanently banned from Facebook Marketplace. So let's go ahead and get to talking. Alright, so if you watch my video in December of 2021, I was severely pissed off at Mercari. Mercari accused me of selling fraudulent things. They froze my funds. It was an absolute pain in the butt. I lost all my listings, which was over 3,000 listings, and I said I was never going to sell there again. But today, I am going to eat those words, and I will tell you exactly why. So for one, I probably should listen to Julian, the Bearded Thrift Machine, my co-host on my Tuesday night lives, a little more, because he never says never, and I did, and now I am taking that back. And I said I was never going to sell on Mercari again. However, I didn't follow my own advice, which I tell people all the time with reselling and your customers. It's not personal, it's business. The thing with Mercari, they were not personally attacking me. They don't know me. They don't care who I am or how many people watch me here on YouTube. They have a system. It thought I was selling fraudulent items. They froze my funds. And this can happen with any platform. And I'm going to tell you about that as far as Facebook here in a minute as well. But they ended up sending me a letter of apology, and they reinstated my account. So I have had access to Mercari since February this year, but I've chosen not to use it. However, I'm going to go back on that, and it is purely a business decision. And the reason for that is because I was permanently banned from Facebook Marketplace. And the reason for that is I was listing my vintage license plates. So if you didn't see, I got over 2,000 vintage license plates from a online auction. We are listing them everywhere. They are listed on eBay, they are listed on Etsy, they are listed on Poshmark, and we were putting them over to Facebook Marketplace. However, unfortunately with Facebook Marketplace, it is ran by a bunch of computer bots, which is the case with a lot of these platforms, unfortunately. This can happen on eBay, it can happen on Etsy, it can happen on Poshmark, it can happen anywhere. You can lose your account at the drop of a hat for something that is unfair, and there's not much that you can do about it in most situations. So with Mercari, they again sent me an apology letter. As far as Facebook, what happened with Facebook is my mom was cross-posting the license plates, and Facebook gave a warning, but my mom doesn't look at that. So Facebook bots thought that I was listing current license plates. So I'm taking the plate off my car and I'm going to sell it to you so you can put it on your car and you don't have to register your own car. That was not the case. The license plates I'm selling are all vintage. They are all expired, and they're for decoration only. There are a few states that will allow license plates that are vintage to be re-registered, but none of these were active tags. But Facebook's bots thought that they were active tags and that I was selling something that was illegal, even though that was not the case. So I requested a review, typed in that they were vintage license plates, and in the past, some of my items have been put back on. But what happened is they had not reviewed those, and my mom continued to cross-post. So Facebook picked it up, thought I was spamming all of these illegal license plates. They banned me from selling on Facebook Marketplace. Now, you can request a review of that, but unfortunately, it's bots that are doing the review as well. So I requested a review, typed in what happened, was immediately declined. I did that 2 more times. They allow you 3 requests for reviews. It never made it to a person. They were all automatically declined within 2 or 3 minutes. So now my Facebook says you are permanently banned. So I can't sell on Facebook. I will tell you, I could put stuff under my husband's name, which legally and financially, all of the income comes to the same place. We are on the same tax return. So I don't think that that would cause an issue financially, but we would have to relist all of those items on Facebook. And the Facebook platform is one of the more annoying, especially for the bots. It's really hard if you have name brand items to get them up, and Facebook won't let you change the shipping. There are a lot of flaws to Facebook, but Facebook was my second top performing platform after eBay. eBay definitely is about 85% of our sales. So I would be absolutely devastated if I were to lose my eBay account. And fortunately, that has not happened. If it did, I would readjust and I would figure out somewhere else to list my items. Most likely it would be Etsy and putting in keywords and tags, which is not something I do right now. Otherwise, I feel like I would get more sales on Etsy, but I just don't have the time to do the descriptions and keywords and tags. My mom is the one cross-posting them, and I don't feel like I could teach her efficiently to add proper tags to those listings. So all of my Etsy listings don't have tags. That would probably be the step I would take if something were to happen to my eBay, but it is not. It did happen to Facebook. So again, Facebook, we were probably getting about 10 to 15 sales a week. I would say probably about $200 to $300 a week in sales, which is a decent amount. So my thoughts were, I can either start listing on my husband's Facebook, not the license plates. Obviously, I would not put the license plates there. Or do I eat crow and go back to Mercari? Because Mercari was, again, about 5 to 10% of our sales. It was right up there with Facebook when we were selling on Mercari. So I told Brad, I'm like, maybe I should just sell on Mercari and I won't tell anybody. I'll just do it and I don't have to tell anybody. And he said, there's no way. He said, there's no way. He knows I tell you everything. He's like, you will slip up and say, oh, this sold on Mercari, and he's probably right. And I don't want to be secretive. I don't want to be deceptive. I want to be very honest and upfront with you. So we did a poll in the Tuesday night live, and I asked if people thought I should go back to Mercari, and it was pretty close. It actually ended up at 60% to 37%, as 60% said yes, 37% said absolutely not. And my video is the reason they're telling me not, because I was so pissed off when they accused me of selling fraudulent items and froze my funds. I did get my funds back, and again, I got my account back. Just at the time that happened, I was pissed off, and I mean, I feel that it is understandable that I was, but at this point, I have to make the best business decision for me and for my business, and I feel like we could possibly get more sales on Mercari than we could on Facebook. So with that, I am going to start selling on Mercari again. I will tell you, there are some precautions that I am going to take when I go back to Mercari, and the number one is going to be to remove my funds every day. That way, if something is to happen again where my account gets locked, they accuse me of whatever they want to accuse me of, then I won't have as much locked up. I was lucky, I didn't have a lot locked up on Mercari. I only had, I want to say, like $60 to $70. People have written me that I've had thousands of dollars locked up on Mercari, but unfortunately, these platforms are all so big. Even a seller selling $100,000 is like a drop in a bucket. And for them, it's a business thing. It's not personal. They don't know me. They don't care who I am. And it's the same situation as far as eBay. If you're to lose your account, it's not personal. It is them having business policies, business procedures, and you could lose it. You could lose any of the platforms. So that is why it's very, very important to me to vary my income and my reselling business and have different streams of income coming in. There are multiple reasons for that. One is, of course, if you lose the account, you need to have another way to sell your items. I have 5,500 items listed and well over 1,000 more that are not. I would be devastated if I had no way to sell these items. So for me, I need multiple platforms, because if something happens, or say I get suspended on eBay for a few days, I count on the income daily from reselling to pay my bills. So if something happens, I need to have a backup plan for that. And in this case, I think I am going to start selling on Mercari again. Just being a little more cautionary. I believe listing some Tiffany items on Mercari is what flagged them for accusing me of selling fraudulent, even though they did never tell me exactly what they thought I was selling that was fraudulent. So I might kind of watch. If I get some more Tiffany items, I'll tell my mom, you know, don't put these items on there. That way I'm not worried about that. I did look for license plates, and it looks like they are selling on Mercari, which is our newest big influx of items, because we have 2,000 of them. So I definitely took that into consideration when I was trying to decide whether or not I was going to sell on there again. I know some of you are going to be mad at me because I have steered a lot of you away from Mercari, but the bottom line again is business and needing to make sure that I have the income coming in to pay my bills and feed my family. And if that means eating my words and selling on Mercari, then so be it. So with that, I want to discuss a few of the benefits as far as selling in places other than eBay. There, of course, are a lot of platforms out there. I think eBay, Amazon, Mercari, Poshmark, and Etsy are probably the top 5 in my opinion, depending on what you sell. And some things can't be put on eBay. So there's the Vero list on eBay. One of the biggest things is Velcro and onesie can never be used in the title. You also cannot sell used perfume on eBay. However, you can sell used perfume on Poshmark. You can sell it on Etsy. You can sell it on Mercari. If I'm incorrect about that, definitely let me know in the comments if I'm misinformed. Again, not too big to admit that I am wrong sometimes, and not to say that I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not perfect, and sometimes you have to make decisions in your life that are difficult, and this for me is, because I was very, very adamant that I was never going back. So having to eat these words and come to all of you and tell you I lied to you is, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. I know a lot of you look up to me as far as your reselling business. And one of the big keys I want to bring up is, again, like Julian always says, never say never. And if something very, very catastrophic like this happens to you in your business, have a plan to overcome it. Know what you would do in the situation. I've taken about a week since I was banned from Facebook to really think over in my head, again, do I want to list on my husband's Facebook, or do I want to go back to Mercari? And along with the help of 500 people in chat and the majority voting for me to go back to Mercari. And I've had several people tell me Mercari is their top selling platform. So I am not going to miss that opportunity. I'm going to try it again. We will see how it goes. If I get burned again, that's my fault. You know, I gave them another chance and I possibly learned. I have been suspended on eBay for 3 days twice, and I didn't say I'm never selling on eBay again. And that is kind of what I did with Mercari, just because I was so pissed off that they wouldn't tell me why. And a lot of these places are not going to tell you why. They're not going to give you an explanation. You're going to feel like you were singled out, you were personally targeted, and that is just, again, it is not the case. They don't know you. They don't care. They have their platform set up how it is meant to be, and that is that. The lucky thing for me is that we have been putting everything into the List Perfectly catalog, so I can have my mom just go through everything in the catalog. It is over 2,000 items of our 5,000, because we did implement putting it into List Perfectly catalog about a year ago, and all of those items, my mom will just be able to go with one click using List Perfectly and put them into Mercari, and my Mercari store will be built up very, very fast versus if I were having to hand list them. So if you don't know about List Perfectly, that is a cross-posting app. I've been using it for over 2 years, and you can store things in the catalog, and then you can put them out to whatever platforms you want. So if a new platform came along, or I decided I wanted to try to sell on Kitizen or Tradesy or Grailed or Depop, then all I would have to do is go into my List Perfectly catalog and tell it to cross post there. Just a couple of clicks and it is there. I do have a code 30% off for the first month if you want to try List Perfectly. That is really, really essential to my business. I have seen other cross-posting apps. I have tried a couple, but none of them have been efficient and as well working as List Perfectly. Don't get me wrong, there are bugs. There are bugs in any program, but they really work hard to address them fast and get stuff taken care of. And actually, I didn't even think of it, but I am going to go ahead and give away a free month of List Perfectly. That means if you want to try the Pro plan, which is what I use at $69 a month, you will get a free month at that. They do start off their plans at $29.99 a month, so you can pick whichever plan you want if you win, and you will get a free month of List Perfectly on me through my collaboration with List Perfectly. They are wonderful people. Both Claire and Amanda have been on my live show, and I really believe in that business and believe they are reseller focused, and they are here to help us. So if you want to enter to win a free month of List Perfectly, type List Perfectly down in the comments, and I will draw a winner on Monday's video when we do What's Sold. I appreciate you guys listening to me. I know this has been a shorter video. I don't think I really have much more to say, except that sometimes in business you have to pivot. You might have to do things you don't necessarily want to, but you really need to focus on your business, focus on what's right for you, and take the personal feelings out of it. That goes the same for lowball offers or, you know, people messaging you being nasty on eBay. Take the personal out of it. It's not personal, it's a business. Do what is best for your business and for your financial future. And if you have to eat your words, eat your words. Say you're wrong when you're wrong. And yeah, so hopefully none of you hate me. And if you're mad at me right now, I understand. I get it. Hopefully you will get over it. Thank you for listening to me ramble so much. To those of you in the premiere hanging out with me, I appreciate you. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Happy 4th of July. I will see you on Monday. Bye.
Happy 4th of July.
Say
Monday.
Say bye, guys.